did very, very poorly. So you would assume I would do poorly at this. Well, you would be wrong. Kind of. It's time to do my first low buy check-in with you guys. Did I succeed? Did I fail? Did I fail as badly as No Buy July? You're just gonna have to keep watching to find out, to be honest. Now you could also subscribe and hit that notification bell while you're here. I truly appreciate it, but if not, all good too. Let's see how I did. Now basically what I'm going to do today with you guys is tell you if I have succeeded at meeting all of my rules and my budget, etc. for my first low buy month, and I'm going to show you any new makeup products that did come into my collection this month as well. So it's hopefully going to be a short and sweet video for once from me. We'll see though. Just to quickly recap the rules for you guys, my budget is $150 per month, and this is running until the end of November because I plan on shopping in the Thanksgiving sales and ain't nobody gonna stop me. Now I also have 10 rules that I am going to very quickly recap for you. Number 1, no eyeliners or lip liners unless I run out of a staple black or a staple nude lip liner. So if I run out of one of those, I can repurchase. Number 2, no eyeshadow palettes unless it's completely unique to my collection, i.e. formula or color story. Number 3, no lipsticks or liquid lips at all, full stop, period. Number 4, no lip gloss unless I use 1UP. Fun fact, I almost nearly used 2UP. Number 5, no setting powder unless I use 2UP. Number 6, no concealer unless I use 3UP. Number 7, no foundation unless I use 2UP. Number 8, no bronzer unless I use 2UP. That does not include cream bronzer. This is powder bronzer only. Number 9, no brow products unless I use quite a few up. I'm going to say at least 3 or more brow products have to be used up before I can purchase any. And number 10, everything that I purchase needs to be something that I genuinely, truly want, that I feel like I'm going to get a lot of use out of, and it's going to bring something to my collection, and not something that I'm just getting caught up in the hype of YouTube or feeling like I need to review the hottest products for my channel to be relevant. So they are all of the rules for my low buy, but again, I do recommend watching the original video if you haven't already, just to kind of really get the in-depth understanding behind it. You know. Now the question on everybody's lips is, how did I go for my first month with this low buy? Because if anyone has watched my No Buy July videos, you absolutely know I failed within 5 days of No Buy July. I failed so miserably. In fact, I think I bought more makeup in my No Buy July than I have this entire year. Go figure. And yeah, I did very, very poorly. So you would assume I would do poorly at this. Well, you would be wrong. Kind of. I did succeed at quite a lot of my low buy rules, but I did fail in one part of my low buy rules. However, it is a very, very small failure, and I actually don't really consider it to be too much of a failure, especially because I over exceeded in other areas. So I'm just like counting it as balancing it out. You know what I mean? So I'm going to tell you which area that I failed in. I'm going to tell you how much I spent for the month, and I'm also going to show you the products that I purchased. Now I have 8 products sitting in front of me that I got that is new to my collection in the month of September. However, I actually only purchased 2 of these products with my own money. So I'm going to explain why. The first 4 products I'm super pumped about. I won my first giveaway on Instagram. Can you actually believe it? I actually won something. I never win anything ever. I was so excited. I entered the NYX Cosmetics Australia Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette giveaway on their Instagram, and they contacted me about a week ago and they were like, girl, you won. And I was like, what? I honestly was so excited. I have never tried their eyeshadow formula before, but in particular there was one eyeshadow palette that they released that I really have actually genuinely been wanting to try, and it is included in the giveaway. So I was so excited. They sent me these 4 eyeshadow palettes. Now they actually sent me 2 of one, which I've put the other one in a pile for my giveaway that I'm planning on doing at some point this year. But I'll show you guys each of the palettes that they did give to me, which is so exciting. Who wins things on Instagram? Like, who actually wins? I did. I won one. So the eyeshadow palettes that I won from NYX is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette, and this is like the mini one of their Ultimate Utopia palette. This is so pretty. This is the one that I really wanted to try. This shade here, you guys, oh my goodness, it does not disappoint. It is so gorgeous. Most of the shadows in here, to be honest, especially the shimmers, are very pretty. I do have to say their matte formula was interesting. It's definitely not the best matte formula I have ever worked with ever. I do have to admit that, but the shimmers colors in here are really, really pretty, and I do actually genuinely like this palette. Like, I will keep reaching for this because I do really like the color scheme. So this one is the NYX Ultimate Phoenix palette, and this is, I actually haven't played with this one yet, but I presume the quality is exactly the same because I've played with another one and it was. But this is a really beautiful, like, warm toned palette. The camera doesn't do this palette well, actually the camera hasn't done any of these palettes justice. It's not showing how special they are because they are very beautiful color schemes, but this is like the perfect kind of fall vibes eyeshadow palette. It's definitely screams pumpkin spice to me. They also gave me the Ultimate Brights palette, which is very, very pretty. I also have not used this one yet, so I'm just going to presume the matte formulas are the same, but it is very, very, very stunning, and I do like that they have some pastels in here. And then lastly, they also gave me the Warm Neutrals palette, which is kind of like a, they say warm neutrals palette, but it does almost look a little bit, I suppose it is warm. It's kind of cool tony warm. It's like a perfect mix of cool tone and warm, I think, actually. But this is really pretty as well. So yes, I brought 4 new eyeshadow palettes into my collection. However, I didn't pay for them. I won them. So that's not breaking no rules. Now, something else that I was gifted that is probably the best gift I have ever received in my entire life and is so special to me, and I just cannot actually believe that I've got it in my collection, and that is the Pat McGrath Midnight Sun palette. I actually almost cried when I got this palette, I'm not even gonna lie, because it is so stunning. From the outer packaging to the palette inside to the way that the shadows swatch to the way that the shadows perform on the eyes. Oh my lord. Like, I just cannot begin to explain to you guys how stunning and special this palette and this formula is. And it's all I want to put on my eyeballs. So anytime I've got to use a different palette, I'm like... I just love it so much. Now, the last thing I was gifted was, it's kind of a gift. I mean, I kind of spent the money, but just not on this particular product. So I have a credit card where you can accrue reward points, and then you can redeem those reward points for gift vouchers. And that's basically what I did. Was I had enough rewards points to get a Maya voucher, which is like a department store here in Australia. And so with my gift voucher, I naturally bought makeup, because what else would you buy? And I chose to purchase the YSL All Hours Matte Foundation. Now, this foundation is gorgeous, you guys. It is so pretty. It's the foundation that I'm wearing today. It is a full coverage matte foundation. So one, if you've got dry skin or you don't like matte foundations, definitely not for you. But if you are looking for something that is full coverage, that does dry down, especially if you're oily skinned like myself and you know that you want it to last all day and night and it's not going to fail you, this is the product for you. It is gorgeous. I never expected to like this product the way that I do, trust me. Now, I also did not cheat my rules for this because I didn't pay for it. Now, these last 2 products I did purchase. One of them was allowed and one of them wasn't. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Now, the one that was allowed was the Mecca Max Contour Stick. So I did purchase the contour stick. I have been meaning to purchase it for quite some time, but it was out of stock. So it finally came back in stock at my local Mecca store. This is $18, you guys. Very, very affordable, very, very under my budget. And it's a cream contour stick, which is allowed. It's not a powder bronzer. So this is completely allowed in the rules. It's a great product. I actually think it might break me out because I've used it twice and I did end up getting breakouts right where I put it, but I'll keep testing it to make sure. But in terms of product quality itself, this is really, really good. It's on par with their blush sticks, which I think are really, really beautiful as well. So no rules broken here and well under the budget. Now, my last one. I did technically break the rules for this, but I do have a reason why. Is it a good enough reason? Probably not, to be completely honest with you, okay? But I mean, I'm still doing so much better than my No by July that I feel like I'm still winning at this point, okay? This product is the Dermacol Makeup Cover. Now, you've probably seen this around for years and years and years. It's been going around YouTube and makeup circles, I think, for a very, 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 very long time. It's not a new product in any way, shape or form. Basically what this is a extremely high coverage concealer or foundation, whatever you want to call it. They call it a makeup cover, and I guess that's about right. You can also cover like tattoos and stuff like that with this. Now, this breaks my foundation rule because technically, or concealer, either way, it's technically a foundation or a concealer. So it definitely breaks that rule or those rules. I definitely didn't meet them. I failed them, whatever. It is only 30 Australian dollars though, and that combined with my Mecca contour stick is $48. So I actually, for the month of September, am well and truly completely under my budget. It's probably the first time ever I've been under a budget. I'm going to be completely honest with you. So I really deserve a pat on the back. And I'd like to thank the Academy. And I'd like to thank God. No, I'm just kidding. But I am super, super, super pumped that I'm well and truly, I'm $102 under my budget, you guys. Like, what the hell? So I'll move that to my Thanksgiving shopping fund, to be completely honest with you. But I did fail on this category. Now, the reason why I didn't wait to purchase this until November and I just purchased it immediately is because most of you know, if you've watched any of my videos, especially anywhere I do my makeup or anything like that, I hate my under eyes so much. I have the shittiest under eyes. Like, I just have so much pigmentation under here. It's crazy. And I'm so sick of it. Nothing will cover it. Something I saw was basically like, oh, Dermacol covers literally everything. Literally everything. And it covered, actually it was like a tattoo video or something, and it completely covered the tattoo. And then, yeah, they talked something about it, like concealer or something in there. Anyway, it basically was like a light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, oh my God, I could get Dermacol because I've heard about it for years. I know that it's full coverage. I was like, I could get this, I could put this on my pigmentation, and it's gonna be full coverage enough to cover my pigmentation finally. Hallelujah, here we go. So I didn't wait to purchase it, because if I can get a product that legitimately will cover my pigmentation, sign me up, line me up, do whatever I gotta do to get it and make it work, because that's what I want. So I purchased it, I've tested it. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I actually don't think it's as full coverage as people say it is, to be completely honest with you. I'm sure if you build this up, you can definitely cover a tattoo with it. I can totally see how that is it. So it is full coverage, but you're not going to put that much product on your face, and I'm certainly not going to put that much product on my under eye. So when you kind of use this how they describe you to use it, it's actually not as full coverage as you think it's going to be. And I say that only because my pigmentation definitely still comes through wearing it. I don't regret purchasing it. I would have purchased it at some point anyway, because I would have wanted to try it, because the lure of it being like the most full coverage foundation or whatever in the entire world really lured me in, and I'm a sucker for these kinds of things, and I just believe the claims. So yeah, overall I was very successful. I was very happy with myself. I do think I think I have kind of realized that even the 10 rules that I've given myself, I am struggling with that a little bit. Like, there has been kind of some other products that have come out and I'm like, oh, I'd like to get that. And then I realize that it's an eyeliner or a foundation or something that I've kind of said, no, you can't get. So I'm not enjoying the whole rule part of it, if I'm being completely honest and transparent with you guys. But you know, I'm going to try and stick to it. It's only another 2 months and then it is the end of November, which is also insane because hello, where did this year go? Where did September go, by the way? We're at the end of it. What the hell? I'm enjoying the fact that I'm sticking to it. I'm enjoying the budget. I don't actually find the budget to be an issue, to be completely honest with you. I actually quite enjoy having the budget. So I think moving forward, even when I take no low buy away, I will still stick to a budget for my makeup purchasing. So there you go. If you yourself are doing a low buy, make sure you let me know down below how you're going. Are you succeeding or are you failing? Or just let me know the makeup products that you brought into your collection in the month of September. I would love to hear them, because you know I could live vicariously through you. So please let me know. If you enjoyed the video, you could like, you could subscribe, you could hit the notification bell, you could do all three, you could do none. Just thank you so much for being here and watching, especially if you're at this point. I truly appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.